son of Prince, to Houston. Read more on the deal over on ESPN.com. This comes while the Brewers' all-star pitcher Jacob Misiorowski has been sidelined with arm fatigue, which kept him out of last night's all-star game. Miz talked to reporters at the Midsummer Classic in Philly yesterday, and sounds like he's ready to go for the second half of the season.
Yeah, I'm going to go back home and, get some treatment from our trainers and work out, get ready for whatever game they decide I'm going to throw.
Do you have a target date?
First game, second game, third game, fourth game, fifth game, somewhere in there, I don't know.
Audio courtesy of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Brewers back in action this Friday against the Marlins.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
For me, Jordan Love can start shutting people up by just winning the damn division one time.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
You think the Packers would win 5?
Yes, that's what I said.
Neutral
I said it
field?
3 times. 5
Okay,
and 5.
fine. Why?
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Welcome into Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are always blue, and sometimes we are chill, Molly Brown. It is hot outside. I am happy.
I haven't been outside.
To have been inside. I've barely been outside, but every time I've gone outside, I've regretted it because it is too hot to even walk to get iced coffee or anything. So I'm saving money because of this heat. I don't know about you, but I'm spending
Except for
less.
on your air conditioning.
Oh, fair. The air conditioner's probably running a lot. I'm not home, so I forget that it's on. Riley Yauk behind the glass. And get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's Carbon Talk text line. List is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. And stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Molly has made the internet mad because she doesn't think Jordan Love's killer.
Is it because of that, or is it because I said Mamba mentality in relation to the NFL? Because
Yeah.
Mamba mentality apparently doesn't transcend between sports.
Yeah, that's dumb. Not you saying Mamba mentality doesn't transcend. I honestly don't understand that criticism at all because it's a mentality. It's not we're not comparing Kobe Bryant to Jordan Love as far as play style. Mm-hmm. It's a mental mentality.
Facts.
But anyways, we got a lot to get into today, and I'm excited, honestly, for this topic because it really, one, reveals and kind of picks at a lot of old tropes from Packer fans, and also, I think makes Packer fans need to reassess maybe how they approach a rivalry, or at least how the players should be and the organization should be approaching the rivalry. And let's hear from Colston Loveland, who was on. Oh, we don't have that audio ready?
No.
Okay. All right. So I thought we'd use that one today. So anyways, Colston Loveland was on Bussin' with the Boys, and we will get to that audio, Molly. But in general, he was saying that the Bears focus a lot of time and energy within the building on the Packers, whether that's ownership, whether that's the coaching staff, and just the players in general. And so we have that now. All right, let's hear this.
It's in the building, what are you doing to beat Ohio State every day? That was where it was in Michigan, every TV, everything. That's how it is. And at the Bears, everyone's only talking about the Packers. Owners, hey, it's just, you can't go a day without talking about them, talk about beating them, talk about the bad things. So it's very competitive.
Okay, so the mentality there, it's basically he's comparing it to Michigan beating Ohio State, which didn't happen a lot until Jim Harbaugh and Colston Loveland and others arrived at Michigan, and then they beat Ohio State more with a mentality, if you will, of obsessing over beating that team, the rival that kind of owned you for a while. And apparently that's what goes on in Chicago. So, what are your first thoughts on hearing that clip?
So my first thoughts are that it's a little embarrassing to be talking about it. It almost feels to me like something that should be kept in the locker room. Okay? Because I do want to say I want the the Packers to give a crap more about their rivalries that they have. Not only just with the Bears, but with the Vikings, with the Lions, with everything in between. Especially the Bears, because those are the ones that have actually beaten you in the last how many years, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like I want my team to have more of the mentality of I want to kick their ass. I want to have no mercy towards that team. I want to beat them. I am focused on that. But also this feels like something that's kind of embarrassing that he's talking about in person, in public, and all the things. I don't know what the question was that they asked. Was like, how does Ben Johnson approach the rivalry? I don't know if he was like set up for it, that he was like forced to talk into it.
The question they asked was, how does the Bears-Packers rivalry compare with the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry?
Okay, so then his answer makes sense. Okay, but I thought it was just like, I'm just going to talk about the Packers-Bears rivalry as it is. And so it's like, I don't enjoy the part of talking about the rivalry and like making it and giving like, if you're a Bears fan, giving the Packers the satisfaction of like, oh, you guys want to beat us that bad. Like you think about us all the time. Where I don't want like Bears fans the Bears to think that about the Packers. But also I want the Packers to care more.
Most Bears fans are not surprised by that, I would say, because the Bears have spoken about it at press conferences. The McCaskies, it's very important for them as team owners to beat the Packers. And it makes sense. It's the rival. And to the Packers' credit, until recently, they were the team you had to beat atop the NFC North. Now, the Packers haven't won the division in a long while, so like that's not really the case anymore. But they still, until this last 12 months, had owned the Bears. Now, the Bears have won 3 out of 4 against the Packers. But would you rather, I'm just curious, Keyshawn Nixon's attitude, which is more of like nonchalant, their little brother, you want the Packers to have that attitude towards a rival, this case the Bears, or would you want your team to have the sort of our singular goal every single year because it's a rival is to beat the Packers, much like in college football? Which
I don't want either of that. I don't want either of that. I don't want it to be my singular goal of the season is to beat the Bears.
But this year, why wouldn't it be? They're the number 1 team in the NFC North, so if you beat the Bears, other things probably took care of itself.
My single goal of the season is to win every single game.
Okay.
And to get to the Super Bowl. Like, that is my goal.
Yes,
I'm not going to say my single goal is to beat the Bears.
But in this case.
What?
In this case, like for the Packers, if you are the team, which they were at the top, beating the Packers would indicate that your team is probably good enough to win the other games. So it's something you can focus on. But at the same time, when they were the number 1 team, beating them would probably indicate that you have a pretty good team. And even this time around, the Bears.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the same way. Like, we've talked about it, where I think we talked about it like yesterday, where it's like there was a time for a long time that the NFC North was the Packers division. The Lions weren't a competition. Vikings weren't a competition. The Bears weren't a competition. Yep. And I don't think that's the same way where the Bears are right now. Like, we've talked about it, that the NFC North is arguably one of the best divisions in football.
Right.
That, to me, it's not the Bears division
right.
to lose.
And Colston Loveland, I mean, they haven't been in locker room much this year. He's talking about his singular season in the NFL, which was last year where the Bears were on the way of trying to be the come-up. Honestly, if the Bears were going to pick it this year, the Packers aren't their boogeyman. It's the Detroit Lions. The Bears didn't beat the Lions. The Bears beat the Packers 2 times last year. So, like, if you're going to pick a boogeyman this year, you pick the Detroit Lions.
He was talking in the present tense, though, as
but
if
they're not
they
there.
are
like,
currently.
so, like, yeah, but they're not there. So I'm just saying that
they had OTA. You never know.
But regardless, like, it's working. And it would be more pathetic and more embarrassing if the Bears hadn't won 3 out of 4 against Green Bay, because then it is you're trying this hard and you can't do it. Now the Packers are the team. The vibe they're giving off is like when you play pickup basketball and you like lose to someone and then you're like, well, I wasn't even trying. Let's just run it back and we'll try again.
Well, I mean, that came from
again.
one guy. That came from Keyshawn Nixon, and I don't think that he is the leader in the clubhouse of people on this roster. I think the bigger issue is with Matt LaFleur being nonchalant about everything.
So
not even just the Bears, but literally everything when it comes to his coaching style. He is very just like tries to downplay things. Like, we've talked about it when it comes to playing overseas. Like, he's like negative about it, and it's like, okay, that changes the mentality of your team. How do you think that if you're downplaying a rivalry, if you're saying this really isn't, it's just another game, like, that's downplaying it for all the other players. So I think it stems from the top.
So 844-770-3776, Carbus Talk text line list is more. are siding them in a poll question, and I like your broader angle on it, but we'll just make it a little bit specific as well. But should the Packers take the Bears as serious as the Bears are taking the Packers? Because to your point, let's look the quote there, Colston Loveland talking about the Michigan-Ohio State. Well, one of the most intense coaches you can have in football, which Colston Loveland either had for all of his time or most of his time at Michigan, was Jim Harbaugh. And Jim Harbaugh, it does not surprise me at all that Jim Harbaugh would pick something to just have it as be a burning focus because, again, if you're better than Ohio State, you're probably better than most teams. And rivalries are something that can matter, especially in college. And in this case, Ben Johnson, a similar intense fella, comes in with that intensity. So LaFleur, Molly, like, what do you want out of him? Forget even the Bear-Packer game. What do you want out of him when you're talking about games? Like, what do you want players to say about the mentality within that locker room this year that could be different than other years?
I mean, I just want him to have juice. Like, I want him to be excited, get those guys pumped up. Like, you have a locker room full of guys that are under the age of 30 for the most part. Like, they're very easily influenced, I assume. Like, they will take on the energy that the head coach has. So have a massive energy. Like, I don't want him to be fake. I don't want him to all of a sudden be biting at the kneecaps or pretending to be like Ben Johnson, because that's icky. Just like in the same sense of how we talked about Jordan Love trying to take on potentially the role of what Aaron Rodgers used to have. No, that's not you. I don't want you to be that way. So I think just like having this passion for where you're at, like you are the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. This is a historical franchise. Know that this is a historical rivalry. And honestly, like the other teams in your division are so freaking good too. Like have the mentality of, hey, these are good teams, and if we kick their ass, it's going to feel even better because they're in our division. Like have that mentality and just inspire your team to want to kick ass.
Right, because it almost feels like the Packers are living in the past, and like the nonchalant attitude works when you have Aaron Rodgers and you have this loaded team and you're going to NFC Championship games and you were winning all of these NFC when you did own the North. But when was they didn't win the North in Jordan Love's, in Aaron Rodgers last year, and then they haven't won the division the last 3 years. So 4 years at a minimum they haven't won the division. So that's a long time for the Packers not to have won the division. And I don't know if Minnesota got in there, but I know Detroit and Chicago.
They definitely won it at some point.
So every other team in the North has won the division since the Packers have won it. And that we talk sometimes about the Badgers, and they have this sort of like mentality of like, we're the Badgers and we are, and it got stale. The Packers, you almost want them to take and correct me if I'm wrong, but almost that underdog mentality, because Detroit had it with Dan Campbell of like, nobody believes in us. We're the Detroit Lions. We're the team that won no games and won one game. We're a bunch of losers, and they started to turn it around, and it probably had to be that startup and the underdog, nobody believes us mentality. Minnesota hasn't had as much, but obviously Chicago.
That would just feel fake to me, though. If the Packers try to be underdog mentality, that would feel fake.
But then,
because it's not.
But what can they take? Because I don't think they can carry themselves like they did with Aaron Rodgers, where there was a swagger because they were the best over and over again, and were either mostly second best team in the NFC over and over again. There was a swagger that they were able to have, and it seems like Matt LaFleur coached better when the team can have that. We're above all this swagger. But then how do you coach now when you are in the mud with everyone else?
Yeah. I honestly don't know the answer. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you approach that kind of situation. I think you just got to be like, be stealthy. Like, not necessarily be the underdog, but not be like, we're top dog. Like, almost like, hey, we're a good team, and we're going to show you that we're a good team. Like, that'd be my mentality.
Like a chip on your shoulder, but a quiet chip.
And you can like play into like the doubt that people have in you, I guess, when you're in the locker room. But like, you're still a good team. Nobody thinks that none of us here actually in Wisconsin media think that they're a bad team. Like they're a good roster. They have key components that are top players in the NFL. But like, prove it. Yeah. Prove it that you have those guys that you think are top 10. That would be my mentality.
Yeah, they're unquestionably a playoff team, but how do they take that step to being a Super Bowl contender? 844-770-3776. Carbon Stock text line list is more. Should the Packers take the Bears as serious as the Bears take the Packers? Adam on Horeb chimes in. A coach's main goal should always be beating division rivals first, winning the division next, league, conference, championship, then championships. Yes, Super Bowl is the main goal, but you need to pass the other goals first. Mitch Stoughton chimes in. The rivalry means more because it's relevant to winning the division. The hate is growing because Chicago's relevance, and they're adding insult, Ben Johnson's conduct towards Green Bay, to injury, 3 out of 4 losses for the Packers. It should definitely and inherently feel different for those reasons. And then also Mitch follows it up with, agreed, Jim, lose the pride, take them seriously. We're not the same Packers without Rodgers. But I don't think we need to be underdogs. And I'm not saying the Packers are truly underdogs. And so I'm just trying to find this mentality of that Michael Jordan or the Mamba mentality. That chip
you can't do that. It's not the NBA.
The chip
Calm
on
down,
the chip on your shoulder. I can say it.
I can't.
I have chest hair, so I'm allowed to
too.
say it.
No, just kidding.
Woo, it's getting hot in
I
here.
got a wax yesterday.
Carbon? Because you're glowing.
Yes, I am, and that is because I get my hydrofacials done at Carbon. I don't think they have waxing services. Maybe you can ask. I don't know. I can find out next time that I go. What'd you say?
So see if they wax your chest. I can
see if they will wax my chest. We'll see what happens there. But if you're looking to get started on your health and wellness journey, Carbon World Health is the best place to go. You guys know that I love getting my hydrofacials done there. My skin just feels amazing, feels so glowy. It is the absolute best. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to see everything that they offer.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Join me, Erin Ranum, your 2026 Dane County Fairest of the Fair at the Dane County Fair at the Alliant Energy Center July 16th through the 19th. Looking for great summer entertainment? The Dane County Fair has something for everyone, with Lost in a Name on Thursday, Caledon and Cornfield Keg Party on Friday, the Prince Experience on Saturday, and La Movida Day on Sunday. Plus, catch twin stunts and Wisconsin's own motorcycle stunt twins every day. I hope to see you there July 16th through the 19th. For more information, visit DaneCountyFair.com.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. RidgetopExteriors.com. That's RidgetopExteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
The Rich Eisen Show. You know the one thing that I want to win more than anything else at the American Century?
Well, it's the karaoke contest.
On Thursday night. And last year, I sang New York, New York, and got, I think, robbed. And I told this to Ray Romano's face when he was here, because he sang Eminem with his sons came up, did some choreography behind him with a winning performance.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays from noon to 2 on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Social media. Molly, are you going to share your social media handles with the team?
Oh, I should probably know what my social media handle is. Okay, so I am trying to become an Instagram influencer because why not try to become like a millionaire by doing nothing, right? That was aggressive.
You're currently an influencer, though. You just influence people to go to Carbon World Health so they can look as shiny
Well,
as you.
yes, of course I am.
Yes.
I love getting my hydrofacials done there. But like, you can follow me on Instagram. I probably should get a new handle. Molly Brown. MOLLYYY.
That's not bad.
No, it's kind of bad. I actually had ChatGPT try to like come up with a new one. I like, you know, when like you just have nights where you just can't fall asleep. So you're like, well, I might as well try and like do something that's been on my to-do list that I just haven't made time for. So this was literally, I need to like come up with like a social media strategy. So I did that at like midnight, like 2 weeks ago, where I was like, oh, here's what I want to do. I have 1 million kids. Help me become an influencer on social media. I also host a radio show on ESPN Madison. Like, help me. And then it like...
I like that's your also.
Well, okay. I think I did it like opposite. Something I could probably pull up my little chat history. But it like gave me like Instagram and like different handles to try to use. And they were like so cringy. I couldn't.
Actually, I want to ask this question.
We're just Molly Brown.
No, I got you. I changed my TikTok to People Like Me.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How'd you spell it?
I didn't spell it like.
Did you spell it like the real way? People?
Yeah. It's just like
People Like Me.
People Like Me.
I'm
gonna try to brand it. I'm gonna try to make it a thing because my family hates the license plates, so I gotta find a reason to keep it. They don't like the alternative of the Y in the middle because it looks like a tongue. So.
Anyways, that's incredible.
Yes. So PP like me will be my new.
Did you just mess up on purpose or accident? No. It's like I don't know what we're doing anymore.
Will be my new. Maybe that'll be my
you should just make it for Instagram too, then.
Yeah, I might. That one I have like people I know on there, so I gotta like take one step at a time because it's like tied to Facebook. Gonna break grandma's brain or something.
People like me. Just posted a photo.
I love you, Jimmy. Yeah, so I make sure to take it one step at a time on there. 844-770-3776. Carbon Talk text line list is more. Should the Packers take the Bears as serious as the Bears take the Packers? We're asking that question because Riley's going to play it for us here in a second. Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland.
Colton Joseph.
That's the Badgers.
Remember the name, Molly. Remember the name.
The fact that you just got Colton Joseph and Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland.
That's embarrassing.
It is.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
If I'm a Bears fan, I would die.
Tell me about your coffee. You go share your social media posts about your coffee?
Oh, no. Just go head over to my Instagram. I'm sure I'm going to post it in the next commercial break.
You haven't
Molly
posted
Brown
it
with
yet?
3 Ys.
Okay.
Nope, haven't posted it yet.
Live. Okay.
Nope, because I'm still debating if I'm going to post it. How cringy was it?
Anyways, not as cringy as me calling Colston Loveland Colton Joseph.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
All right, let's play the clip.
It's like in the building, what are you doing to beat Ohio State every day? That was where it was. Every day was in Michigan, every TV, everything. That's how it is. And at the Bears, everyone's only talking about the Packers. Owners hate it. Like, it's just, you can't go a day without talking about them, talk about beating them, talk about the bad things. So it's very incredible.
The music behind it is incredible,
It
too.
is. It's a little dramatic. I don't know if that plays in the building as well for the Bears, but I would say this, that used to be cringe and that used to be kind of embarrassing, and it might be next year, but the Bears won the division. They've won 3 out of 4. They look like a team on the come-up, so now that just looks like, oh, maybe this is what we should do. And then Loveland is also referencing at Michigan, the same mentality helped them change the rivalry against Ohio State. I get it, and I Packer fans want to take credit of like, we're in the Bears' heads and all of that.
Now, if it was a Packers player saying it, you as a Bears fan would be thinking the exact same thing.
But maybe in my initial fan, because here's the thing.
I think that's like the instinct.
Right. The fans are not in the Bears' head. It is the Packers were and are in the Bears' heads as they should have been. That's the thing that I think is forgotten. Nobody disagrees that up until the last 12 months, the Packers owned the Bears. The Bears should have a goal of beating the Packers because if you could beat the Packers consistently, it probably meant you're a good team. There were other years where the Bears had a solid team, and the Packers were the one when they lost those 2 games that put the Bears out of the playoffs if they had just won 1 against the Packers. So the mentality of let's beat the Packers when that's the team that basically beats you twice every year would make sense because if you split those games, the Bears might have 1 or 2 more playoff appearances. They might have a higher seed. And I would imagine, and I don't have it in front of me, I guarantee they at least split. But when the Bears went to the Super Bowl and the times they've won the division, I guarantee they've at least split against the Packers. So there is a little bit of math behind it in the idea that the Packers used to be the kings of the North. They're not that anymore. But I still think the mentality of beating your beating your rival is important. Riley, I would imagine, and I know that for a long time here at Wisconsin, it's different because the Badgers are losing, but beating Minnesota was a point of pride, and it became like, we can't. So to the point of Wisconsin had the mentality, and what you wanted more out of LaFleur was, I'm not going to be the team that loses to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do. And so they got up for those games and beat the snot out of Minnesota. They weren't obsessed or in the heads. It was more of like, this is a mentality we're going to bring, and that is we're not going to be the team that loses to Minnesota. And the Packers, however you want to do it, could at least take the mindset of we're not going to be the team that gets swept by the Bears in the regular season or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I would agree. And that's why as much as I would love to say as a Packers fan, just take like this proves the Packers are rent-free. Like the most important game, it's a little different in college football, but I think it would serve the Packers to have this same mentality. But in college football, the biggest games of the year, all your rivalry games. Yep. There are trophies, there's pride, there's hatred. And there's a reason everyone loves P.J. Fleck up in Minnesota. Because he keeps beating the Badgers. And it's really it's incredibly frustrating down here, but they're okay with that. They'll take 7-5, but if you beat the Badgers, that's okay. And so far, because they understand the importance of the rivalry, and Minnesota always has found a way to get up for that game in the past 4 years, that's why they're winning. So I think it would serve the Packers to have more of that mentality. Or you could even take it how the Badgers used to view Minnesota. They beat them so many times, it would have been a source of incredible embarrassment to be the ones to lose to Minnesota. You can't lose the axe. You have to be able to keep the axe. And now the balance of power, you're on a little bit of a shakier surface than you were with Aaron Rodgers. So now's the time, if you're Matt LaFleur and the Packers, it's time to reestablish and be like, we can't be the team that loses ownership of the Bears.
Well, I'm glad you brought up time because as you guys were both talking there, is it too late for Matt LaFleur to make this change? Like, is he too far into his tenure as the Green Bay Packers head coach? We all know who he is. His players know who he is. Is it too late to make that mind shift change to be something different than what you are?
Did we stumble into the conversation we had last week of, like, this is why he should be on the hot seat if he's on the hot seat, is because let's say the results repeat, and let's say they look flat in these rivalry games, and they don't seem to come out with the warm urine, as Matt LaFleur likes to say in a different way, then maybe he isn't the guy for this team. Mm-hmm. And you can't change who you are. And I've said this before, that there's a case to be made that Matt LaFleur is better for a team with veterans. Like, let's just play this little game right now. If you took Matt LaFleur and put him on the Lions, are they better or worse? The Lions.
I mean, basing it off of last year when they didn't have an offensive coordinator and Dan Campbell had to step in that position, I don't even know who their offensive coordinator is going into this year. Matt LaFleur, better. They would have done better with Matt LaFleur last year.
Okay, and then the Vikings. You can call wash, too. That's fine.
Yeah, it might be a wash because I do believe that Kevin O'Connell is incredible with with quarterbacks, and the fact that he couldn't make something happen tells you something.
They actually, I mean, again, the Packers obviously finished higher, but they did actually win as many games as the Packers. Even with that,
yes, the Packers didn't play any of their starters in the
I'm
last
just
game,
saying
so.
that like it wasn't as bad of a season as I thought it was for Minnesota.
It
Not
wasn't,
so much
but it was.
Yeah, not knocking down the Packers on it. Let's get to Rob and Madison, 844-770-3776. Rob, should the Packers take the Bears more serious?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love what the Bears are doing. They were so disrespected through the years by, especially Aaron Rodgers down at Soldier Field. I own you. Bakhtiari, give him the finger. That gives him hate right there. In my life, through blue collar and dealing with bosses, employees, friends, and if I get burnt, I'm going after him for the rest of my life. Sure, I have bigger goals, more money, all the things and happiness, but you burn me, I'm going to go after you hardcore. I'm going to make videos, and I'm going to hurt you for every season. They're doing it right. It's perfect. The Matt LaFleur going to change his thing unless he gets Clay Matthews on the team coaching. He's got nothing. You ever seen that interview of Travis Kelce going after Clay, trying to talk to him? He's like, "Don't talk to me, I'll kill you." No, the Packers don't have that, but at least they're not the NBA, all friends shaking hands and going to have cocktails at the end of the night.
Except for Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Huh?
Yep, that's another good one there.
Yeah, Rob, that's awesome stuff.
I like the Bears on this one. It's hardcore. Keep on doing it.
Do you like Ben? Like, would you want Matt LaFleur or potentially the next Green Bay Packers head coach to be like Ben Johnson?
I'd want them more hardcore than Ben Johnson. What's Matt LaFleur gone after, a flag holder?
I don't know.
Thanks for the call.
I don't have a good
Thanks for the
comeback
call,
there.
Rob. That's great. But that's what I was going to get to. Let's put LaFleur, because I look at it more of, I think you're right. As a singular season, Detroit maybe is better or the same with LaFleur, but I think in general they're worse because this team is built. They were built up on, like, I don't think LaFleur could have done with Detroit what Dan Campbell did.
I'm not saying years ago when they went from the 0 to 1, whatever wins up until winning the division by any means. I'm talking last year
I agree,
when they didn't have
So that's, but like
clearly something was lost.
And
last
then looking
year.
in Chicago, I don't think LaFleur could have done what Ben Johnson did in Chicago.
And honestly, I asked the question to Rob of would you want Ben Johnson? Because I personally don't. I don't like the way that Ben Johnson approached things. I think it was kind of trashy, if we're being honest. And I'm not saying I need the classiest pinky up coach in the world, but having somebody that has this grit, that is not afraid to show passion for their team and like this drive and this killer mentality is great. And I think that the person that comes to my mind right now is Dan Campbell, obviously, with the biting at the kneecaps. I drink a whole ton of coffee and I love this team and all the things. But I don't want somebody like Ben Johnson. I don't want my coach to go specifically after a team. He can say that stuff in the locker room. He can say that and voice his opinions about said team in the locker room to his players to get it juiced up. But I just particularly don't like how Ben Johnson approached things last year.
I will say that the Packers thing, the only difference with Ben Johnson was that he was better at his job, because in that building, the McCaskies, the owners, like all they care about, it's to some level, is beating the Packers, because they always lost to them and it was getting embarrassing. So I think Ben picked up on that. So the question I was asking is, so like Dan Campbell, would the Packers be better if Dan Campbell or Ben Johnson were their coach? And you can chime in 844, not do you want them, but would they be better? 844-770-3776. Call with Talk text line. List is more. When you talk about a mentality change, I don't think Matt LaFleur can just do it. Now, can he win in his own way? Possibly. Maybe the players all finally click and everything will be fine and dandy. We talked about Jordan Love yesterday not having the it factor. I don't think Matt LaFleur has the it factor as well, as far as like that coach you look at, and he's he's better than like the Norv Turner types, where you're like, this guy just doesn't, like, he's just not a head coach. Like, Matt LaFleur's a leader of men. I just wonder if it's a very specific type team that's better for him. Because you look at, like, let's look at some of these offensive-minded guys. Like, even, like, Andy Reid comes to mind of, like, oh, is he someone that has it? Well, then you see him interact with his players. Mm-hmm. And you see him basically Travis Kelce yells at him, and then he gives Travis Kelce a look, and Travis Kelce walks away. He somehow still has the leadership. I'm just using that as an example.
Travis Kelce literally punched him on the sideline. So
but they're also incredible. He has full control of that team, and so he's got the Super Bowls to back it up. So you can't question Andy Reid, and he seems like much more of that type with LaFleur. But he changed something, and he has something with that team that those guys follow him.
But it did take a while for Andy Reid to get to that point. He was one of those coaches that everyone said, similar to LaFleur, but probably even more so, that he's not that guy. Can't get over the hump. It's just not working in Philadelphia.
Yeah. You know what he did, though?
What'd he do?
He upgraded quarterbacks.
True.
So maybe that's all LaFleur needs to do.
I don't know.
Donovan McNabb's a hell of a quarterback. Got him to the Super Bowl. Donovan McNabb is very good. Pro Bowls, Super Bowl, honestly. Tier-wise, Donovan McNabb and Jordan Love are probably very similar.
But
he wasn't Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but Donovan McNabb, I feel like, was a quarterback capable of winning a Super Bowl.
You don't think Jordan Love is?
No, I do think Jordan Love is. That's why if you're going to put him in the same tier.
Well, they got to a Super Bowl, right? But Jordan Love
let's also not act like a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes is just one you're going to stumble upon.
No, I
You're going to get rid of and say that the grass is greener. You're going to find Patrick Mahomes, and then guess what? You're not.
No, what happens more likely is you're McCarthy. You leave the Packers, and you end up with Dallas, and you win a decent amount of games with Dak Prescott, but you're in the same boat as you were in Green Bay. That's the most likely scenario if it goes. But McCarthy had an edge to him. There was Tauscher will say that. There was a side to McCarthy that was edgy and tough. The Pittsburgh tough guy. That did exist with
until
him.
He didn't.
I think he just got bad at coaching offense, honestly, more than I think his offense got stale. And then Holmgren had it too. They were people will tell you Holmgren was tough. It seems like Shanahan and McVay have it. And again, I'm not saying Matt LaFleur can't be a great coach, but if you don't have an OC or a defensive guy or someone else to counteract it, it still goes back to the Packers might just lack that edge that Detroit has and maybe Chicago has now. And that might be what's holding them back. Because we talked yesterday. You look at the stats. Jordan Love's got the stats. You got the players. You got all this. But they're not winning the Super Bowl. They're not winning the division. So we're just really having a conversation. The Packers are good. What the hell is holding them back from being as good as they should be on paper? I don't know the answer to it, but 844-770-3776. Carbon Stock text line list is more. Should the Packers take the Bears as serious as the Bears take the Packers? So, is there a coach out there, Molly, that you would want for the Packers?
I talked about it the other day. Kevin O'Connell would be incredible.
Okay.
But also, he's great, too, because he has Brian Flores. So okay. I think what you were just saying of having that kind of balance of yin and yang, I think Kevin O'Connell seems like a pretty level-headed dude, at least from the outside. Mm-hmm. And Brian Flores, I think, brings that more of a grit kind of passion. I do think that Kevin O'Connell's a little bit harder, too, than LaFleur.
LaFleur does not give off a hard persona, nor do you hear former players talk about, LaFleur, he's a taskmaster. Or he's just locked in. He is just every attention to detail. He owns every part of that room. Nobody says, LaFleur is sloppy or not a good coach. But there's on the flip side of it is nobody's man, I don't want to cross LaFleur, or he seems so nice, but behind closed doors. And you hear that stuff about other coaches. Mm-hmm. So I think Matt LaFleur, what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm. Are we just throwing out names of NFL coaches? Jim Harbaugh, you talked about him too. He had success with the Niners, had success with Michigan, sketchy. And then he also had success having success with the Chargers, getting them to more wins, doing more things. So he'd be a name that I'd be interested in. Obviously, that's not going to happen anytime soon, but
Shanahan?
I don't know. He seems... I don't know about him. I know he has Matt LaFleur's number. I know he's obviously done incredible things with the 49ers. But I don't know. He just seems like... Meh.
To your point...
With a skateboarder hat on. Meh. That's his vibe to me.
To your point, he's the best when he has Saleh there. And so that's a good counterbalance as far as a great defensive mind and also a different personality.
God dang, he's the head coach for the Titans this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Who's out? I feel like the 49ers added a good defensive coordinator again, though. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
You had to have, right?
Well,
That's the first thing that comes up. Let's see. Is it Raheem? No. Raheem Morris.
Yeah, see? Yeah, they added a good defense coordinator. Yeah.
I don't remember that happening.
I just remember thinking like, oh, they're pretty okay with how their defense is going to go. So you know what? It was more than pretty okay. That's Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's custom, Madison's locally owned, Madison's family-owned jeweler. Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
There's a spirit you can only find in Door County, and Door County Distillery bottles it. Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Locally made in Carlsville, Door County Distillery crafts small batch spirits with Wisconsin ingredients and the flavors that make Door County unforgettable. From brandy, gin, whiskey, and my favorite, cherry vodka, my dad makes a mean cherry mule, to cocktails, tastings, tours, and more. It's a true Door County experience. Visit Door County Distillery in Carlsville or find your local retailer and more at doorcountydistillery.com.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
988 Wisconsin Lifeline. How can I help you?
Share hope, find purpose when you become a 988 Lifeline counselor. The 988 Wisconsin Lifeline provides free and confidential support to anyone in crisis. 988 has experienced tremendous growth, and more statewide counselors are needed. Staffed by Family Services, 988 counselors work remotely, are offered flexible hours, competitive compensation, benefits, and training. Apply today at 988lifelinecounselor.org. Family Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Paid for by grants from SAMHSA and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honeys.
Wisconsin sports through two very different lenses.
We're all angsty about Sean Eichhorst. Here are two things. He is qualified and he is capable. I don't know. That's kind of what you want out of an athletic director, right?
Okay, and qualified because he's had similar roles. I don't want to make a positive into a negative, but we talked about him being at Nebraska.
Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Thanks for spending your afternoon with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
feels like the open to Succession, the HBO show. It sounds very similar to the open to Succession.
I can't say I've seen Succession.
I knew you were going to say that because I haven't.
I have no idea.
Succession's good.
The title of this
called
royalty-free song, not Succession, it's called Ambition.
Okay.
So
close enough.
Similar.
Maybe during the break on your own, not on the air because we're on YouTube and we don't want to disrupt the YouTube gods. Listen to the open for Succession and see how much you think it matches up. But I recommend the show.
You know, actually, that's funny that you're saying that. So I've never seen Succession, but I did just watch the Netflix documentary about what family?
Rupert Murdoch.
Yes, about his family. And it's like the show Succession is based on his family and like the real life stuff. And I can totally envision that in that Netflix documentary.
Yes. And
powerful, rich people.
And when I watched, I will say that the show, I think they had to basically, it was initially written as their story, and then they had to change some things. So there are some things that are similar. There's some other parts that are different, but same general theme of it is the fight to take over a media empire. Highly recommend Succession. Today, I have life insurance. I have insurance in general through American Family Insurance, and I needed to I made the switch over to them, and I needed to get my blood work done, and for life insurance. And have you had like blood work done like outside of like a doctor's office?
No.
Okay.
Why the hell would I ever do that? That sounds very sketchy.
You haven't lived if you haven't had someone just take your blood.
I do want to get
outside.
my blood done, my blood tested at like Carbon because they do like blood panels, I think.
Yes, it's highly recommended.
So like that's like outside of like a doctor's office, I guess, but
and
no.
The blood work they do at Carbon is fantastic. So I would recommend that. But like you're going to know stuff about yourself that you didn't even.
I was going to say, do I want to know? You eat way too much food and you drink way too much coffee. Thank you, Dr. Nessa Rodriguez.
Right, yes. I could have told you that anyways. But so I needed the blood work done for this life insurance thing. And I had it once before, and I still have that life insurance. But it was for less, make more money now. Told, like, hey, maybe get a little bit bigger life insurance by my wife. She said, maybe just get a bigger.
Okay, so if Jim is not here next week, we know what happened to him. He got a bigger life insurance policy.
Murder.
I have $1 million in life insurance. That's really not enough. Like, I don't think that's enough for me for. But yeah. So
I've watched a lot of Dateline. People get killed for less.
Well, thank God you're not my beneficiary. So otherwise, it'd just be Molly the millionaire. Weekdays 4 to 6. So
they wish.
Anyways, they did the blood work, but they came to the house, and my wife and I both got life insurance at that point. So then they came to the house, and they washed their hands and got clean like in our bathroom, and then they like came out to the kitchen table and took your blood. So I was like, that's a little weird. It's fine. That's what they do. It's helpful, but I'm like, this is just, I don't.
Who is it? Is it a nurse? Is it a insurance agent? Like, who does this? No, genuinely asking.
I hope I never asked for credentials. They don't come across as an insurance agent. They're wearing scrubs.
Okay.
Now the insurance agent could come up wearing scrubs, and for all I know. But
like, how are these people hired? Like, what is this, a freelance like nursing job?
So I think a lot of times there's like a service because like at Carbon there's a building upstairs where people have to like for work get blood work done, maybe for other things like drug tests, stuff like that, and like that's a service. And like when we earlier with Good Karma, you would get like discounts on your insurance if you had like good blood work. So there was a place you'd go, but there would be me sitting there, and then there's someone else waiting to get drug tested for their work or maybe getting a life insurance thing. So there are like, I think basically third parties that are hired for this.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because this is sketch. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to a building because I was thinking I was going to go to a building similar to the one that I went to when we would, you could have your blood drawn and then like for Good Karma and you get like a discount on it.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd go somewhere like that. And I was like planning it out. I was right next to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, great, I'm so hungry. I'm going to get this. I'm going to go get Dunkin' Donuts. It was not near anything. It was in a facility that sells electronics that in the Madison area used to be a bigger place. But anyways, I even like had to text them like, you sure this is where you're at? Like, yeah, my office is in the back of this building here. And I was like, okay. And I thought there was at least like a storefront.
Yeah.
So I was at least looking for some storefront. Like, no, just walk in the door. I walk in. I look confused. Someone from this place pops their head out. They're like, you here for Marilyn, I think was her name. And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, she's in the back. And I walk like across the showroom, then across like an empty showroom.
Did you have to walk through the electronics place?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then across an empty, because I think the electronics place is maybe smaller than it used to be. So then I had to walk across an empty showroom. So 2 showrooms, and in the back. in a little corner office the size of a closet.
At what point were you starting to get concerned for your own health?
It was more of like, I regret this decision.
Yeah.
I wished I just would have had him come to my work. We could have made a whole show bit out of it.
You could have had him here?
Yeah.
That would have been incredible.
Yeah. So then I sit down, and I think she thought maybe I did drugs because she does like the blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, pass with flying colors. She did the height and the weight thing, and
pass with flying colors.
Pass with flying colors.
Did you say that you were 6 feet, or did she have to take it?
She just took it.
Wait, so how tall were you?
5'11", so 5'11", 215. So
okay. Oh,
yeah.
You didn't have to give your weight, but okay.
Oh, that's right. I gotta.
And what's your social security number? How much do you make?
I got a little belly fat. I got to shake off there. So carbon. But anyways, she did all this, and then she's like, "I need a urine sample."
Oh God!
And I was like, "That's exactly how I responded."
Is there a bathroom in this place?
Yes.
That'd be my first question.
Right,
or do I have to do it in Marilyn's office?
I wouldn't have been surprised. Like, turn around, Marilyn, or don't. I don't care.
Get out!
Yeah, right. But
I can't pee with an audience.
Right. I can't. But no, I guess I never really tried to. So, anyways, went to go use the restroom, which is like a public restroom at this place.
Okay.
So at least there was one like a restroom, though. It wasn't like a stall, like with a bunch of stalls and everything. So I'd have to like explain what I'm doing to someone else walking into the urinal, being like, "What's going on?" So she gives me this cup, and I thought initially, I'm like, "Oh, you're supposed to like just go in the cup," but she's like, "See this spout on the top of the cup?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, you go in here, and then here are 2 vials. Pour this much into this vial, and pour this much into this vial." So yeah, you haven't lived till you handled your own urine at 10 in the morning. So yeah, then but I was worried because I was like,
why into a vial?
I don't know. So at least I didn't have to go into the vial because like, all right, I mean like that's a little small for me. So like, I had to.
It's like brag.
Hey now. No, I'm saying that like, look, I'm nothing to write home about, but like, I'm bigger than the urine vial. So I was like, all right, I have to like do this. But when I said like, oh no, because I had like didn't drink water because I feel like it would give me stomach cramps because I didn't eat breakfast. You couldn't have coffee, couldn't have anything. So I'm like, I just want to drink water on an empty stomach. So I was like, I'll just like I had a few sips. It wasn't I didn't drink anything. I was just like, I'm gonna have a couple sips of water. So I was like, she's like, why? Oh no. And I'm like I'm not because I'm on drugs, but I was more of like, I don't know if I can go. I was able to go. You need less than you think to fill the vials because initially I'm like, uh-oh. So like the cup. But the weird part was to get to a little bit. The funny thing was that caught my attention was like, you got to go a little first and then fill the cup. So apparently you got to.
Yes, that's what they used to say for like taking a pregnancy test too.
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't say used to, like as if I was pregnant 50 years ago. Like when I was pregnant or thought I was, like you weren't supposed to get the first part of your stream. Yeah. No idea why, but you weren't supposed to.
I would love 844-770-3776. Carlos Talk text line list is more. What's wrong with the beginning part of your stream when it comes to testing? So anyways, we go on and get this. I go on and I fill this cup and then I do a little science experiment, pour the cup into the 2 different vials, different levels.
Did you have like a biohazard bag and everything too?
No.
Okay, this is sketchy. I don't like where
I didn't even have my own gloves. So anyways, I walk back out and I give her the 2 vials. Maybe she's just having her own collection. I don't know. Whatever. So I give her the vials.
Your trophies.
So she has that. And then she's like, all right, now we're going to take your blood. She's like, do you need to lay down? And I was like, I don't want to lay down in here. Like one of those weird mattresses. It didn't have like a cover over, like the mat, like at a doctor's office, but this one didn't have a cover on it, and it just like had her stuff on it. So I was like, even if I did, I'm just gonna, I'll just pass out. I'd rather just pass out. So she takes I look at my phone and because I'm like, I'm fine with needles at this point, but I was like, I still don't need to like watch you do it.
I'd be scared of a dirty needle up in this joint.
I know.
This is crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'm looking around and I'm like, they vacuum in here. Like you can look at the floorboards.
Yeah, this is gross.
And there's like dust on them and everything. So not my favorite experience. But anyways, I'll find out if well, I guess what happened. I guess we'll find out what kind of.
Well, hopefully your blood comes back good, and hopefully your wife gets a great life insurance.
Hopefully I get a
payout because you're gonna die from a dirty needle. Honestly.
Well, there you go. She gets $1 million, so that works out just perfect for her.
We do have Noah and Madison on, right? Is he still on the line? to talk about.
Heck yeah.
Okay, awesome.
All right, Noah. What is he? I'm curious. I
No,
haven't read the text.
I unfortunately don't know the P stream details, so I apologize on that. But I do work for a different insurance company. We try to prep everybody for the paramedical, height, weight, blood, urine, all that great stuff. But yeah, they're not just random people doing collections for their own little trophies like a Dexter or something. But they do want to prep you. Yep, drink that water. Try not to eat before. So we always try to set morning appointments. But yeah, the nice thing is with those nurses, they, like you said, could go to your work or your school, your home, whatever you need to, or the weird back janitorial closet clinic that we've had people say, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like I just showed up. They're like, this is the spot, go past the accountant and past the bank, and there you go. So it's great.
Yeah. What are the odds? I guess that someone's here ready to take my blood, so we'll just do it.
But people have always mentioned, like I'm scared of needles, but apparently the nurses are very nice and accommodating and help out with that. My one little note on people that think they can screw the insurance company and try to pull a fast one, they can tell, your liver stuff. So if you drink too much and you say, I've never drank a drop of alcohol in my life, or smoking. So if you do any chews or nicotine, stuff like that, they will catch it. So heads up on that. But again, sorry I didn't have the pre-P note, but that's all I got today.
Oh, well, no, that's great info. Yeah, because she was great. It was just more the overall circumstances. If I had to bet, she's like a retired nurse.
Okay.
Or maybe she's also just a nurse and this is what she does for a side hustle. Because she knew what she was doing, just like the guy that came to my house, took my blood. It's just weird because you normally think I'm going to get my blood taken at a medical facility.
For sure. Because also it just feels sanitary.
If you go to Carbon, they have rooms that are very spa-like, but also very much you feel comfortable that a medical procedure like taking your blood can be done in.
TJ from the road says collecting the midstream, that's what it's called, ensures the specimen accurately reflects what is directly inside the bladder. And then Carlito the Badger Bear, I am not going to read his.
I don't have my talking text line.
Okay. Should I read his, Riley? Or am I going to get in trouble from Big Papa?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just says that it could have remnants from last night, and I don't know if that's really true.
And then he added another.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know.
I'll ask the doctor next time I go.
You serious?
If I ever go get some life insurance, if I'm ever in Jim's tax bracket and need $1 million life insurance policy, I will be sure to ask. I'll say, how come it can't be the first part?
To be fair, it's less expensive. I had one at $300,000, so. But then it was more of
that's how your wife got you. She's like, hey, honey, we can save $10 a month if you just if you do this. Get $1 million.
I'll tell you what. There's no more awkward conversation than when it's the insurance people are like, you don't need health insurance. Or I'm sorry, life insurance to your spouse.
Oh, yeah. That would be awkward.
Yeah. So that was actually a bigger issue than so then I was like, put it in $1 million because she's going to kill me after this conversation anyways. So Carlito the Badger Bear, I don't know his credentials, but he swears it's true.
Okay. I don't know.
I swear that J&K Security Solutions is your best solution to protect your home or business anywhere in the Madison area, and with commercial fire protection and commercial security along with home security, J&K Security Solutions is the one and only place I would consider for security. We got minute to win it here, so we stay, and then I get some callers, right?
Yep.
So what callers do you want?
Give me numbers.
Let's go 7 and 14.
Caller number 7, caller number 14. You're at least going to get a $25 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. It might even be a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 844-770-3776. Caller number 7, caller number 14. You're going to be entered to play, pick minute to win it, and you're at least going to get a $25 or it could even be a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. 844-770-3776. We'll play minute to win it on the other side.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Badgers guard Zach Kinzinger spoke after a summer practice Tuesday afternoon, and it sounds like new AD Sean Eichhorst is already a familiar face around Wisconsin basketball.
He came and introduced himself. Saw him around a couple other times already, talked to him personally, so I think that's huge for the players just to kind of have that relationship with them. It's only, I don't know if he starts, maybe it's day one or something on the job, but just to kind of see his face and, meet him and have a really good talk with him at practice, it's a good start for sure.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Bryce Clark is co-owner of Capital Lock, a growing business here in Madison. They implemented a workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
We use DocuWare. It's a document imaging software, helps capture basically all the documents that we have.
Such as?
We primarily use it for accounts payable and accounts receivable, pretty much anything relating to our sales or payments side of accounting.
And Bryce, the impact of the DocuWare software solution from James Imaging Systems?
It's nice that we can scan in a document and now anybody can just look up that document number and we can find that piece of information.
The overall business benefit for Capital Lock?
It's made us wildly more efficient, especially me.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 3rd, the ESPN Madison crew is packing our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Paul's Party, a Madison area nonprofit helping kids with physical disabilities experience the joy of sports.
The ESPN Madison Open is also brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Rockford, Annex Wealth Management, Vortex Optics, Badgerland Exteriors, Starion Bank, and Zimbrick.
Thank you for making a difference in our community.
Molly Brown here for Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle? Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
Welcome back to Molly and Jim, your afternoon home for Wisconsin sports talk on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We get to play Minute to Win It. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and obviously stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. We're going to play Minute to Win It in a second. Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner. And you can chime in on the YouTube stream and on the talking text line 844-770-3776 should the Packers take the Bears as seriously as the Bears take the Packers. But it is time now to play Minute to Win It.
Will they beat the odds?
Well, I set the over-under too high. Sorry about that.
Anything is possible!
Or crumble under pressure?
Oh, I'm screwed.
That's ricochet.
This is the Minute to Win It on Molly and Jim.
That was so funny.
That's fun to say.
Ricochet? I don't even remember what sport that was from.
Basketball.
Okay. I was like, was he a wide receiver? Was he a... That was the draft.
Yep. The
Ricochet.
NBA draft. Ricochet. That was the draft I was
Spelled
at.
with a K.
That was a very European draft. Like, I think it was like 3 guys from France.
Yes.
This was not the Wemby draft, but like 3 guys from France drafted early. Buzelis with the Bulls was drafted like 9th. It was like Dalton Knecht was the only American-born basketball player that was picked.
Tennessee.
Yeah, he was bad.
All right, I'm glad that clip exists. It's funny every time we hear it. So the category today, funny you should mention wide receivers, Molly. ESPN dropped their top 10 NFL wide receiver list. Oh, I figured at least one of you had looked at it.
Here's why I did. I'm like, there's
going
to be no Packers on there. There's going to be no Bears on there. I don't want to look. So
It's funny because I wanted to talk about this today, but I think we're going to talk about it tomorrow. But I was like, I have not looked at this list yet.
All right.
Well, that could work out well for Matt in the greenhouse. He has the under. He was stuck with it. Troy in Madison, he has the over, and he loves the show. He believes in you guys today.
All right.
So this is just the top 10 list that ESPN had?
ESPN released. Okay. Jeremy Fowler. All right, here we go. 1 minute starts now.
Justin Jefferson.
Jamar Chase.
Devontae Adams.
DJ Moore.
Come on, Jim. Puka Nacua.
That's 4.
All righty.
Over under 7.5.
Holy Toledo.
I thought you guys had looked at it. I figured one of you.
Dude from the Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
No? Damn. Okay. Cowboys. What
about
think of the best quarterbacks.
30
Seattle's
seconds.
receiver. Smith.
Smith and Njoku? JSN.
I'll give it to you. 5.
All right. So, let's see here. Kansas City doesn't have any.
No.
The only receivers. So, what other
Matt
teams?
Stafford, we already said. Who are the best quarterbacks on the list? I can't remember.
Oh, what about A.J. Brown?
Good
You're
one.
at 6.
Not Josh.
2 more.
Nobody
2
for
more.
Josh Allen.
No, that's why I said what's his face. But so what about? DK Metcalf.
No.
I don't think so.
That was 3. I was going to say the Vikings other guy, but I can't remember what his name is. Oh, Jordan Addison. I don't think he's on there, though.
Malik Neighbors made the honorable mentions. Quick scrolling because I don't have the list memorized. I don't believe DK Metcalf made the list. He did not. Wow. He wasn't even honorable mention.
Okay.
Wow.
So you guys ended with 6. I put the over-under at 7.5. Congratulations, Matt in the greenhouse. Let's go through the list. Jamar Chase, number 1, you got that. Justin Jefferson, number 2, you got that. JSN, Jackson Smith, Njigba. He was number 3.
Oh, I said Njoku.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
He's
I meant
the tight end.
Gosh dang it.
Puka Nacua, you got him. He's number 4. Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions.
What
Missed
are we
that
doing? What's going on?
CeeDee Lamb for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's what I was trying to think from the Cowboys.
6.
I'm like, I cannot remember his
all that
name.
kept coming to my mind was Des Bryant. And I'm like, that ain't it.
That was 10 years ago.
And the Cowboys had 6 and 7, George Pickens.
Yeah.
That's the guy I confused for George Patterson.
I don't think you would have gotten 8. I wouldn't have gotten Nico Collins for the Houston Texans.
Wasn't even on my radar.
No.
A.J. Brown, you got him for the Patriots. And finally, Devontae Adams rounded out the list at
The
10.
only reason I knew Devontae was on this list was because I was listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning, and they were talking about Devontae Adams being number 10.
Okay.
Literally only reason. Otherwise, nobody else on this list I did not know.
Do the Packers have a Super Bowl if Devontae Adams is never traded?
See, I don't know because I don't think it's tough because it's like Jordan Love outperformed what his expectations were, right? Like his first year as a starting quarterback. But like, would he have done that if Devontae Adams was there? I don't know because I don't know if Devontae Adams would have put up with the ebbs and flows of having him as a quarterback because that was part of the reason he left too. Was like, I don't think he believed.
Carr, but yes, he didn't believe.
Yeah, he went to go waste part of his career there, of course, and also he was disrespected by the Packers, of course. But I don't know. I honestly, I don't know.
Because you can make the flip side case of a young QB could use the help of a guy like Devontae Adams.
For sure, especially when you see their receiver room, who is not rated highly.
We're nowhere close to the clock, so we should take a break.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair. So you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, Condon Jewelers. The jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good evening, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel as Jim Rutledge and myself talk all things Wisconsin Badgers, football, basketball, and more. The Jump Around every Thursday at 12:30 on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. We will talk football and basketball in tomorrow's episode of The Jump Around, and you don't want to miss it. Offensive line coach Eric Mateos will be joining us. Tune in 12:30 ESPN Madison YouTube channel. The Milwaukee Brewers broke some news this morning, as according to John Heyman, well, actually now it's officially been announced by the team, the Crews acquiring Lance McCullers Jr. and Colton Gordon from the Houston Astros in exchange for none other than the son of Prince Fielder, Jaden Fielder. Sad for some, but overall not a high cost for Milwaukee. This is the first move ahead of the trade deadline for the Crews. They attempt to shore up their pitching depth heading into the second half of the season. They begin play this Friday against the Marlins, 6:40 first pitch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
For me, Jordan Love can start shutting people up by just winning the damn division one time.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
You think the Packers would win 5?
Yes, that's what I said.
Neutral
I said it
field?
3 times. 5
Okay,
and 5.
fine. Why?
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's good to hear you're still a positive person after working with Jim for as long as you have.
Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are always blue, and sometimes we are chill, Molly. And we asked a question right before we went to break, super late to end the last hour. But I do think it's something I'd like to revisit here. 844-770-3776. That is the Carlos Talking text line. List is more. And you can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can chime in on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well if you'd like. But I want to ask this question of, like, would the Packers have a Super Bowl right now if they never traded Davante Adams?
I mean, I mean, they were a play or 2 minutes away from beating the 49ers to go to the NFC Championship. So, and then I'm trying to think, who would they have played if they would have beat the Niners in the NFC Championship? Do either of you remember?
No.
I can't remember either off the top of my head.
Was that the Lions?
I can't
remember.
remember.
That year?
Let me see if I can find the history of it. But
when the Lions choked against the Niners in the NFC Championship game?
That might have been, and then the Niners went on to play the Chiefs.
Yes.
They might have got to the Super Bowl, but I don't think you ever rule out the Chiefs. So I don't know if they would have beat the Chiefs, but they could. I think they had. If they had Davante Adams that year, they had a strong chance to go to a Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, and out of that trade, it looks like they got Quay Walker and Christian Watson. So.
Yeah, because Christian Watson was drafted 2nd round,
and then they got a 1st and 2nd round pick out of that, so they used Quay with the 1st and Watson in the 2nd. This is just a quick Google search. So, regardless, so obviously those players are good. But, like, just imagine subbing in like Davante Adams played and Christian Watson missed a lot of times.
Yep.
Davante Adams, because you have that 1 year with Aaron Rodgers too. So Davante Adams, he catches that ball for that Christian Watson drop to start the season that everyone points to.
I mean, okay, that doesn't lead to a Super Bowl, but sure.
Right, I know. I'm just saying that, like, the sliding door side of it. But Jordan Love having Davante Adams, Like, look at the games that the Packers have let slip out of their fingers. Like, that's the time a guy like Davante Adams matters the most.
But do you think that if they would have kept him for that year, that he'd still be on the team to this day?
Well, I mean, I guess that's the
is that the game that we're playing here?
Yeah,
is like,
he's only 33.
If he was still on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he's had even last year he had 1,000 yards. Like, he's number 10 in the freaking NFL for wide receivers, and he's 30-something years old. Like, he's still incredibly productive. And he didn't even play every single game last year either.
Yeah, so I can tell you right now. So since leaving Green Bay, he caught 100 passes for 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns, then 103 for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. Man, I'm not great at math here. So he did catch over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, and it looks like maybe 90 catches with 2 teams, the Jets and the Raiders in 2024. And then with the Rams, 60 catches, 789 yards, and 14 touchdowns. So still a productive player. So those years he hasn't really fallen off. He's fallen off from like being top 5 to being maybe top 10, obviously. Yeah. So top 10 receiver, I think, makes a big difference for Jordan Love. Super Bowl, probably not.
Yeah. I wonder how Jordan Love feels about it. Like, because I know that Davante, I think it was when he was still with the Vegas Raiders, that he had like a social post or something come out where he like commended Jordan Love for like how incredible he's been playing and blah, blah, blah. And you almost like sense like a regret. And maybe that's just a Packers thing where you're like, yeah, you regret not being with us. But yeah, I almost wonder what both their careers would look like if he would have been able to stay. Now, granted, I do not hate that he left because I think the Packers did him so dirty.
Yep. I look at that trade as one of those rare, like, everyone won out of it. The Packers got 2 young players that were useful for them. They got some cap space out of it. But Davante Adams, yes, he hasn't won, but last year he did. And so he is still ending up in a place where...
he's with 2 trash organizations until he's with the LA Rams.
Right, yeah. So, that's, I think, one way to look at it is that it still worked out in his favor. That he got, to the NFC Championship game last year.
Yep.
And
should have won. Oh, remember his post-game interview at his locker, how just like devastating that was? Oh,
he has Super Bowl #1 contender. He's on with the Rams again this year. So, yep. And he was putting up numbers with the Raiders with his best friend. So, and then he went with the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. At least he had Aaron Rodgers there. So there's probably like a total of 12 months that Davante Adams regretted being away from the Packers.
At least he had Aaron Rodgers there.
They're friends. They're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I wonder if him and Derek Carr are still friends too. You wonder that?
Like, you're so bad, I can't be your friend.
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Like, wow, you really, you sucked so bad and you left me here with this horrible organization and you promised that we were going to play together.
Well, Davante was the one who was like, it's great going from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another.
True.
Riley, what I hear out of that is that if we don't hold at the end of the donkey here for the show, Molly will not be our friends.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
She's going to go from one future Hall of Fame show to another.
Because if you potentially destroy my career by being crummy at your job, of course I should hold it against you. Should I not? Should I not? No, you guys both know I'm right.
No,
and you guys
should
both feel the exact
same way.
same
You should be a forgiving person and learn from our mistakes.
Make us better, Molly.
Yeah. Elevate.
Oh, I'm sorry. What could Davante Adams do for Derek freaking Carr?
I'm talking about you.
Yes.
This is Molly and Jim.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talent acquisition at goodkarmabrands.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit starionbank.com to get started today.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Kids 14 and under and senior 60 plus can save 50% on tickets for select weekday home games, courtesy of Quartz. Following the game, seniors may stroll along the outfield warning track. Visit brewers.com/kids and seniors to learn more. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Every morning starts with questions about what's ahead.
At News 3 Now this morning, we're here to help you start your day ready and informed.
From the weather you need to plan your day,
to what's happening across our community and the 608.
And the consumer information helping you make smarter choices.
From your first cup of coffee
or your third cup to the moment you head out the door.
Wake up with Chris, Kyrion, Josh Savannah, and Michelle Renee Quinn. News 3 Now this morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m. Weekdays, moving forward.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
I want to get to the Packers' identity this year, but Molly, you and I were talking before the show about like just the most embarrassing things to like be rescued from or like recover from, and I keep on getting served
can't remember what this is.
Keep on getting served on Twitter here of firefighters in Kansas City were forced to cut apart a portable toilet after a man somehow became trapped beneath the seat.
Like a porta potty?
Yeah. I don't.
Wait, what?
This was like today.
Are there seats on a? Yeah, I guess so. How do you get trapped underneath?
I don't know.
Did he crawl in?
I don't know. Like, I don't care.
The only way, you either crawl or you fall.
Is he super skinny? Like,
I was gonna say, you gotta be the size of my 3-year-old to
right,
like.
They didn't say child, because like if said 3-year-old fell in, I would at least think twice. But like, do I really want to go get them out of here? I mean, like a porta potty is disgusting. Like,
yeah.
I always think of like pits at like state parks too. Which are scarier because they're deeper.
Oh, see, those freak me out. Because when we went on like a camping trip, this is like our one and only camping trip because it was a horrific experience. It was like one of those things, like in the woods where it's just a hole. And I'm like, what's going to crawl out of this hole? Like, is there going to be...
So at State Park, they have like a facility around, but it's basically it's a toilet that goes into a big pit.
No, see, I have a fear of a snake crawling up. I have a fear of a hand coming up. I have a fear of an animal crawling out of there. I have
the psychopath that would be in a pit.
I don't freaking know.
Next level.
You know what? Wisconsin is known.
Voorhees.
Wisconsin is known
right.
for serial killers. Why would there not be like a serial killer in the toilet thingy? Don't you have a fear? Like when we went on said horrific camping trip, I didn't go to the bathroom the whole time because I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm literally not doing it.
No, I mean,
I would rather burst my bladder than.
Like obviously for a guy, one is easier, but for I had to like convince Tanya one time we went camping and they had pits, and I'm like, let's just go to town, because I was like, I'm not doing my business. It won't happen. Like my body's not going to allow it to happen. So like we had to go to like a gas station, and I was like, I'll see you in 20 minutes. So, but like I'm kidding. But,
no, you're not. I don't think you are. You're just embarrassed that I said cheese.
I mean, I don't think 20 minutes in a public restroom, I'm not just sitting around hanging out. So, like, that's a long time, literally. So, like, with, like, to your point, you're talking to the person that, like, I have a camper. 80% of the reason why is that I didn't want to use the public bathrooms at a campsite. So, and my kids didn't want to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Marcus on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream says he was looking for his phone. I helped pull him out. He was a stink bomb. Also, who pulled him out? The fire department?
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
That's what I wanted to get to. Do you just take the L?
Like, are you just like coated in blue crap?
also,
literally, like I can't.
How short is this person? Because I don't think the porta potty's that deep. Like, maybe just stand up.
I don't. What is the bottom of a porta potty? I genuinely don't know how a porta potty works. How it goes.
But they're not that tall. Like, if
down?
I stood next to a porta potty, it's not double my height.
A porta, yeah, no. I mean, for me it might be.
Yeah, so maybe it's a short man.
I don't.
Because I'd be doing everything humanly possible to get myself out first without having to.
For sure, like for sure.
My last resort is the humiliation of being rescued from a porta potty
by like a hot firefighter.
I don't care if it's an ugly firefighter.
I would be mortified because as soon as the fire truck pulls up, as soon as there starts to be like a presence of emergency people, people are going to gather.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have a crowd, like 50 to 100 people watching you get pulled out.
Yes, we all want to see, we all slow down to watch the car accident on the side of the road, okay? We all look to see if there's somebody on the stretcher, okay? Like, that is exactly what this person... Like,
this blue Smurf pulled out.
Oh, God. Yeah. I can't.
That's
I
one of those where
literally
you're
can't.
like, maybe it's better I don't make it. Like,
let me just die here in this pit of poo.
Also,
like, gross.
Would you ever feel clean again in your life?
No. I would have to.
Eventually. Not for the rest of that day. Probably next couple days. You'd feel gross.
I would have nightmares.
Do you tell anybody?
You didn't have a choice. You're in the news.
Yeah. This is like it
do,
was on.
Do people know it's you? I'm looking right now. It's in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Firefighters were forced to cut apart the porta potty to save the man trapped beneath the seat.
Jeez.
How does that happen? Like, I just don't understand, like, actually the fundamentals of it.
What's more embarrassing, that he fell underneath the seat, or he can't get out? So is he, like, collapsed in, like his arms and legs?
I don't know how you get under the seat. I genuinely don't know.
Oh, goodness.
I'm mortified for this person. I'm trying to see if I can proofread Rick and Madison's text before I read it out loud.
Well, go ahead and give that a try there if you...
Okay, Rick and Madison. My brother is an FBI agent. The guy was running from police and tried to hide from the police.
Oh,
What?
there you go.
What?
So he hid
That
from the
could
police.
be.
Oh, I
that
see.
honestly is a more plausible explanation than someone falling.
Totally true, he said. I don't know. And then he said that's a crappy place to hide, but used a different word.
I like the pun. I like the pun there. 844-770-3776. That's Carmen's Talk text line. List is more. Let me tell you about Simnett Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simnett Chevy in Mount Horeb. So go see my good friends Tyler and the whole crew out there. Aaron is the other good friend I have over there. And go see them. And whether it's a new or new to you Silverado or Colorado, go check out my friends at Simnett Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise. From our family to yours, roofing, windows, siding, gutters, and doors. Your solution-based company, community strong, and service that will please. Get a free estimate today. The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Trent here from Canopy Wealth Management. We're often asked, when's the right time to work with a financial advisor? The answer is always simple, now. Whether you're building wealth, nearing retirement, or already retired, the Canopy team can help you gain clarity around your goals, resources, and path to financial independence. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's our promise. Get started at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Welcome back to Molly and Jim, your afternoon home for Wisconsin sports talk on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Molly, would you say the Packers are a defensive team or a offensive team this upcoming season?
I still don't have enough faith in the defense. Like, I feel like there's still massive holes. Probably still offense, but honestly, it's probably the closest that it's ever been in my mind.
So if the Packers were going to win a Super Bowl, and you can chime in on this 844-770-3776, Carbos Talk text line list is more. If the Packers are going to win a Super Bowl in 2026, which side of the ball has to be better? Like, has to be the, I guess I'll ask like this, which side of the ball has to be top 5?
Why do you put me in this situation?
Because you're my co-host.
I know. It's annoying. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, probably defense. Because I think about so many games last year, like we talked about, if you want to specifically talk about the Bears games at the end of the season, like if their defense was just a click better, If they had Micah Parsons, you would have won those games. If you had Micah Parsons, you wouldn't have lost the last 5 games of your season, most likely, right? Because it's like, even if your offense kind of came out sputtering in the second half like they did so many times, you still would have been able to hold the other team to not score as many points, and you would have won. So I would honestly say that the Packers defense needs to be top 5 rather than the offense.
I agree with you on it, because if you just looked, like, you're 100% right on that. I think that they're more likely to be top 5 on defense, too. You have Xavier McKinney, who's kind of viewed as a top 10 player at his position. You have Edgerrin Cooper viewed as a top 10 player at his position. You have Micah Parsons viewed as like a top 3 player at his position, probably top 2. So
I just feel like there's other, like, holes, though. Like, you think about, like, Lucas Van Ness, and then you also add in the layer of, Micah Parsons is not going to be playing for the first, 7 or 8 weeks?
Yes, but
that's also...
Let's assume the Packers at a bare minimum tread water, and then they figure out how to get. So when you're talking playoff time, I think they got to be defined by their defense, because I think that's where their best football players are. But also, if you just looked at the North, so you look at Detroit. They have a new offensive coordinator. Will it work? Well, I don't know, but they probably have to be better than last year's offensive coordinator, who was so bad he was fired mid-season. His first year on the job.
Fired, was he? I think Dan Campbell just took over responsibility.
And then fired at the end of the year.
Yeah, where it's like,
yeah. But anyways, so bad that's what had to happen. So now you have Detroit, and I think their offensive line is at least improved over the year before. So their offense might be better than the year before. You have the Vikings. Like, Kyler Murray, I think, is going to be the guy who wins the job and should be at least a step up from the J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz combo last year. And then you have Chicago, who, yes, they lose DJ Moore, and yes, their starting center left, but they acquired a starting center of, by all accounts, equal ilk, and they have young players to step in. And the bigger thing for Chicago is that all these players, all these young players, are now in the second year in this offense, which historically, that's the year it's really going to click, because you're not learning it as you go. So all 3 of those teams could have top offenses, top 15 offenses, so you need that defense to be premier to compete within the division, because if you flipped it, I don't think Detroit's defense is going to be top 10. Minnesota's possibly because of Flores, and Chicago I don't think will be top 10 either. They don't have a pass rush. And last year, Chicago's defense was terrible. That's why they were all those one-score games, is that they couldn't stop anyone, and I don't think it got a lot better. So I think the Packers...
Other reasons, too.
Right, but mainly they couldn't stop anyone. They had one of the worst defenses in all of football last year. So that is part of why I think the Packers' offense doesn't have to be great to compete, because I don't think the defenses in the North are as good as the offenses are in the North. And so if you have the best defense in the North, the Packers, I think, do, you have a better chance of winning the division, because your best is going against their best.
When was the last time that the Packers were defined by their defense?
I don't know defined by, but when they won the Super Bowl, their defense was really damn good.
That was when I was thinking. Like, seriously, that was the last time that I was
thinking. Now, they had Aaron Rodgers, and so obviously the offense was going to define it, but that defense had Clay Matthews, who was a dog. They had Charles Woodson on that team. They had other players, but those were the 2 that stand out, and that team was really good defensively.
For reference, the Packers last year were number 12 defense ranked overall.
Yeah, so I think top 5. They have top 5 defense. I think they're going to be in the NFC Championship game as long as that top 5 defense is playing together in the playoffs.
Vikings were 3 for what it's worth.
Flores, Flores should be he should be a head coach. And,
100%.
And honestly, Flores is a little bit like what I think the best type of defensive coordinator is. His is a little different because he's got things going on with the league, so I don't know if he'll ever be a head coach again. But the defensive coordinator who has proven they can't be a head coach but is a proven good defensive coordinator are the best ones to have. So you look at Chicago's Dennis Allen. He's still maximizing the lack of talent they have in Chicago, because they did come through in moments when they needed them. You have Brian Flores, and then now the Packers with Gannon. Like, I don't think Gannon, he's not going to get a job opportunity in 1 year.
Yeah.
So a couple years of him you might have guaranteed, because it was so bad at Arizona for him. He's going to have to earn his way back. So having a guy like that it's not like the Dennis Allen or Dom Capers types where it's like you're never going to be a head coach again. You can be here for as long as you're good. But Gannon's probably got a good couple of years he has to build up his reputation. So if he's good, you're going to have him for a little bit.
Are the Packers a Super Bowl team with the Vikings coaching staff?
Yes.
Like, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Their Super Bowl team.
I don't know about that.
I think Brian Flores is incredible. Obviously,
Brian
proven
Flores is great.
defensive coordinator.
O'Connell, I think, is
Kevin O'Connell and Matt LaFleur, I think they're
very
pretty equal.
similar, but I do think that Kevin O'Connell is just that tinge better because he has been able to make chicken soup out of chicken poop.
Maybe, but
And with Matt LaFleur, I
Brian
kind of think he makes
Flores-
chicken soup into like chicken poop a lot of the times. Don't clip that.
I don't know about that. Brian Flores also can't stop Micah Parsons' ACL from tearing.
yeah, but Brian Flores is unquestionably.
Also, Brian Flores is a better defensive coordinator than Jeff Hafley ever was, and he would have been able to figure out maneuvers in order to make that defense still not just like hanging on by a lifeline, which I think that the Packers defense actually didn't even have a lifeline by the end of the season. You
they
will
had the
learn this,
really
Riley. I
bad
hate
Ravens.
Jeff Hafley. That hate is such a strong word. I
hate.
dislike Jeff Hafley so much because there was so many. I don't understand the hype around him, and I'm so curious to see how he does in Miami in his new role. But like, so much of the Packers' lack of success lands on Jeff Hafley, and he does not get enough hate for that.
Why?
For what it's worth.
Why do you say that?
Look at the teams that they lost to. Look at the teams that they couldn't stop. Like, I go back to the game against the Ravens. The Ravens put
that
up,
was a
what,
terrible
38,
game.
46 points, something like that? Like,
Derrick Henry ran all over.
yeah, and you knew that was the only person that you had to stop was Derrick Henry. They had nothing else. And what happened? Like, so that's one that I go back to. I mean, obviously, the Broncos game was tough. Like, the Packers offense obviously came out different, too. There was a Christian Watson injury and obviously Micah Parsons ACL in that game. But
is there a game you can point to before Micah Parsons gets injured that you put the blame on Jeff Hafley for losing?
I honestly can't remember their schedule last year. The only games from the beginning of the season that I remember is the Browns game because Jordan Love threw it away.
Jeff Hafley should have done something. I agree with Molly. Should have done something when Parsons is out. You make that change. As I talked about before, Flores has done this, and I know that Chicago did this too. When they started losing players or hurt players, they had to figure out a way to manufacture the pass rush, and they found the right times to do it, and they came through in the right moments to win these games, even though they were lacking the talent. And I don't think Hafley did that. He didn't find a way to unlock some sort of important or effective pass rush when Parsons was gone.
I think in spots he did consistently. Is that more on Jeff Hafley concocting a creative blitz for every single down?
So let's put it like this.
Or is it Lucas Van Ness and Rashawn Gary not able to do jack squat?
Is it Jordan Love's fault that the Packers blew 2 out of the last 2 games against the Bears in the fourth quarter?
Not totally, no, but part of the blame, like part of the pie, does fall on him.
So how much of the pie falls on the defense and Hafley?
More so than the offense.
I would hate to be a Dolphins fan.
Split it between Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur, defense.
Let's go.
What's your pie chart of blame?
Pie chart of blame. I believe Scalzo and Brust used to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 5% Jordan Love. Not much is on him, I don't think. And then 55 LaFleur. So that's 60, 40.
That's insane.
Hafley.
That's insane that you don't blame the defense.
I would blame.
Are you kidding? I would blame Keyshawn Nixon before I blame Jordan Love.
Well,
or give Matt LaFleur 55%.
I would give 70% to the defense and then split it 15% to Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. Because
Like,
they didn't finish him off.
I understand what can all Jeff Hafley do when you had guys like Rashawn Gary and what we think Lucas Van Ness is. But also, aren't you terrified to see what Rashawn Gary does with the Dallas Cowboys? Like, I am almost scared to see what he does. I don't think
at all.
I don't think he's going to be
hated him.
Yes, okay, I 100%. And he also hypes up Lucas Van Ness, which makes me terrified of what Rashawn Gary might do in Dallas compared to what Lucas Van Ness is going to do here. And I only had this epiphany like last week when I heard like Rich Eisen or something talking about Rashawn Gary. And I don't know why, but I just started thinking that because I was like, oh my God, what happens if Rashawn Gary just pops off and just like proves that the Packers were the bad situation here? But I am 100%, I fully agree with you. Micah Parsons absolutely hated Rashawn Gary, and he is like loving and hyping up Lucas Van Ness. But now, because of that hype, I'm like, Lucas Van Ness has to now outperform what he's been doing, and he needs to outperform Rashawn Gary. Like, I'm going to be keeping tabs on Rashawn Gary this next season. And I've been the biggest Rashawn Gary hater for like what it's worth.
I'll also keep tabs on Rashawn Gary. I don't think it'll be necessary because he's not going to be tabulating many stats.
All right. The Dane County Fair is back this weekend from Thursday through Sunday. check out the Dane County Fair at Alliant Energy Center here in Madison. Rides, animals, and fair food you love. Right now, caller number...
How about caller? We had a lot of callers for Minute to Win It. Let's go caller 25.
Holy Toledo,
Caller
you're trying
number
to work.
25 wins a 4-pack of tickets to the Dane County Fair. Caller number 25, 844-770-3776. Caller number 25 wins a 4-pack of tickets to the Dane County Fair. And if you're heading out to the fair on Friday, make sure to find the ESPN Madison team and say hi. DaneCountyFair.com for a full schedule. I'll actually be out there on Friday as well. Probably not with the
Friday?
ESPN Madison team. Well, I guess I don't have it in front of me. Friday has historically been a kids' day at the Dane County Fair.
Oh,
so
okay.
the kids get in free. This is how it's been. I have not checked this year, so hopefully that's the case. But that's how it's been forever.
Is there other fun things usually?
Yeah, there's like BMX bike riding and different things that kids would find entertaining.
Cool.
On the Friday.
I might go this year. This will be my first time.
Yeah, you definitely should. All right, this is caller number 25.
25.
Wins a 4-pack of tickets, 844-770-3776.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Madison's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
It's nice to know some things are still made locally.
At Chalmers Jewelers, your custom jewelry is designed and handcrafted right here by local craftspeople.
No mass production, no sending your piece out, just real craftsmanship made right here in our community.
Custom jewelry,
designed locally,
crafted locally.
Only at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at AnnexWealth.com.
Join the Madison Area Sports Commission live and in person for Designing the Home Team, Storytelling, Strategy, and the Making of a Sports Brand on July 22nd. Held at the new Ford Sports Center, this panel will feature reps from League One Volleyball, Zebra Dog, Planet Propaganda, the Madison Mallards, and Madison Nightmares. Registration donations benefit the MASC Youth Grant to get kids into sports. Register for this event at visitmadison.com/GMS. This event is sponsored by American Family Insurance and Oak Bank, supported by ESPN Madison and produced by the Madison Area Sports Commission.
Hey parents, looking for the perfect night out with the whole fam? Try the Rally Madison FC Family Special, presented by Madison Gas and Electric. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an RMFC scarf for just $18 per pack. Be a part of history and support women's soccer during Rally Madison's inaugural season at Breeze Stevens Field. Visit RallyMadisonFC.com and purchase your family special ticket packs today. That's RallyMadisonFC.com. Rally Madison, fun for all.
Thanks for spending your afternoon with Molly and Jim on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jazz scavenger hunts for stunts with blunt averages, play the cards right, putting jokers in.
Sometimes this royalty-free music gets me because this sounds like a real song.
Yeah, this sounds like late 90s, early 2000s. Like, the song would have been in, like, Scooby-Doo. Do you know what I mean? Raggy. You totally hear it. Zoinks! What was that? You have the best impressions. Like, I am so
Jesse
excited
Nelson's
to have
got nothing on nothing. Or you, Jesse Nelson has nothing on you. That's what I'm trying to say.
You were about to diss Riley without dissing Riley on accident.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I want to hype up Jesse Nelson, who's like comedic hero is Frank Caliendo.
Okay, Frank Caliendo is funny, though.
Was funny. Like, he had a moment.
Well, I mean, he might be like 85 years old now. I have no idea. But, like, he was funny.
He's like Jeff Foxworthy and the others. It's like, yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, you got one bit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm kind of over it now. Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck
Jiminy
guy.
Christmas. How old do you think Frank Caliendo is?
I don't think he's that old.
No, how old do you think he is?
52.
Holy crap, right on the dot.
Wow, okay.
Right on the dot.
Like, my thought was, like, I feel like he's a little bit older than me.
Okay, I thought he was like 65, for real.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. But does he still do anything as far as, like, on, like, it was a funny thing for him. I mean, obviously, like, but I mean, like, on Fox, he was part of, like, the NFL thing.
That I don't know if he still does that. He joins, like, Willie and Tausch, like, at least on a yearly basis.
Like, once a year, I think. He has, like, an annual appearance.
For sure.
I feel like that get is easier each passing year.
That is...
Why are you hating on him?
I like Frank Caliendo, though.
I do too.
He was funny, but now, like, it gets old. Like, the impressions. Like, all right, I got it.
I don't know. I feel impressions
like
can
Jay
be
Farrell
timeless.
we had in here.
Yeah, Jay Farrell was one of the funniest dudes I've ever interacted with.
Right, but he did impressions, but he was also funny.
True.
Frank Caliendo just does impressions.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I would say Jay Farrell is definitely funnier than Frank Caliendo.
Frank Caliendo's very good. He's like Jeff Dunham with like he does like the puppets.
He's the puppet guy, yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, I got it. This is what we got now? We can be like a pepper and talk with an accent.
A pepper?
Cool. Yeah.
What's a pepper?
Huh?
Pepper?
Peter Pepper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Let's hear from Kyle Wallace, who has some thoughts on the Bears and the Packers.
It's so embarrassing. I mean, that's absolutely embarrassing. What's so funny is that Bears fans swear up and down, oh my gosh, we're always in your mind. That's all Packers fans think about. And I done told y'all for years that the Chicago Bears winning a Super Bowl is something, of course, they would love to do, but they understand how bad they have been for so long. Winning a Super Bowl was out of the realm of possibility. So what they did was they lowered their bar to their Super Bowl came every year where they had two shots at it by simply beating the Green Bay Packers, and Colston Loveland, who is just a rookie, he's only been with the team for a year, and he lets everybody know that the Green Bay Packers are the Northern Star for the Chicago Bears. That's what they aspire to be. That's what they aspire to judge their success of the season off. Not just winning in the playoffs, but no, beating the Green Bay Packers is not only on the players' minds, it's on the coaches' minds, it's on the fans' minds, and it's on the owners' minds. And I know for a fact that Chicago Bears as an organization will have a losing season, but will brag about the fact that they beat the Green Bay Packers. That is absolutely embarrassing. While Packers fans and Green Bay Packers as an organization are focused on being a championship organization, Chicago Bears fans and their owners are focused on beating the Green Bay Packers. That is so embarrassing, and he said it out loud. That's what they're...
So what's embarrassing is you're bringing that argument up when you've lost 3 of 4 to the Chicago Bears. And Kyle, I know we're all fans, but the fans have nothing to do with it. The Chicago Bears organization, yeah, the Packers used to matter. They used to be the kings of the North. They used to be the team that you had to beat to be able to win the North. And that's not the case anymore. And the argument of the Packers are rent-free in the Bears' head doesn't hold any water when the Bears have beat your ass 3 out of 4 times, including the division and in the playoffs. So I get it. Normally it works. And you did. You were in the Bears' head because you used to be dominant. That's not the case anymore. If that's what you want to hold on to, Kyle, grasp it. But also, don't misrepresent. I know for a fact the Bears organization would be happy if they beat the Packers and had a losing season. Show me your facts.
Okay, but you did also say that it has been incredibly important to the
but they
McCaskies
wouldn't
and
be
all the
happy
different things.
if they had a losing season and beat the Packers.
But if they beat the Packers, they'd be happy.
It would sting less. They're still not happy. If they win 5 games and they beat the Packers once,
I don't know how you can say that as if like it's a fact. Just like Kyle can't say it, I don't think you can either. On the other side,
that's my whole point. Is that he can't say it as a fact. You're right. I won't say it as a fact. Otherwise, we'll say it is unprovable.
Okay, so what I'm getting here is that I am more like Matt LaFleur than I expected here, because hearing the way that Ben Johnson talked at the beginning of last year whenever he got hired, cringy. Hearing Kyle talk like that, cringy. I can't. I am more like Matt LaFleur because I will just tuck my head and say, let's just see how it plays out. I hope my team wins. I'm not going to be the gloat in your face when my team beats your team. Mm-hmm. And so I am just resonating with who Matt LaFleur is as a person, because I am like anti how Kyle approaches things, because I'm just like, can you please just stop? Because as soon as the Packers lose to the Bears, that is going to get clipped and sent all over social media. And now it's just going to be, I'm going to die of secondhand embarrassment that you did that. You know what I mean? It's like I understand he hosts a radio show. I understand that's what we all do for a living. I get it.
Well, I want to make this
but
about
it's
LaFleur.
so like, oh.
So going back to LaFleur, what are you okay with then how he handles things? Because obviously,
so are you asking me if I'm okay with who I am as a person?
Yeah. Do you want to coach the Green Bay Packers? Would you be a good coach of the Packers?
One of my strengths is being a relator to people, so probably, because I think that being able to relate to your people is makes you a good coach. However. Do I want Matt LaFleur to be like that? Yes, because I don't want him to be cocky. I don't want you to be a jerk. I don't want you to be trashy. However, I want you to motivate my team. I want you to say that you want to kick the Bears' ass. I want you to say, hey, remember when you guys lost? Remember when we lost last year 2 times within like 7 days of each other to that damn team down south? Let's not have that happen again. Let's kick their ass. Like, I want that kind of mentality, just not out to the public.
Yeah, that's I'll give you that. But let me ask you a question. You got to answer truthfully. And Riley, you can hop in on it too. If Ben Johnson was your coach, you probably actually would be pretty in on it if the results are coming too.
Yes, if the results are coming, and especially with how the Bears have been beaten down, obviously you're going to rally around that. They needed something to rally around. I think what I want as a Packers fan for Matt LaFleur to do, yes, exactly what you were saying, Molly. Preach that in the locker room. Don't let it ever come out in the public. Beat the Bears twice and then be sickeningly nice about it. Just be grotesquely over the top nice about it and respectful to the point where they can't stand it.
Kill them with kindness.
I would love to see that. Like, over the top, though, where you can tell they don't mean it.
So one thing that's worth noting, or I guess I'll ask the question, from my view, it mattered, and this is a credit to Aaron Rodgers, because he got his ire up every time. It mattered to him to beat the Bears every time, to the point of the way you talked about it. Honestly, Molly, we stumbled onto something here at the end. That's what the Packers are missing. The Packers need to give a damn about beating the Bears because Aaron Rodgers did in the same way the Badgers gave a damn about beating Minnesota. That even if you're the one doing the beating over and over again, you don't want to be the guy to give it up. And Aaron Rodgers never wanted to be the guy that lost to the Bears, the I own you, and all that stuff. And Bakhtiari is because they knew they didn't want to be the ones to let go of the death grip they had on the Bears. Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur let go of that grip.
Couple times. They'll get it back.
Maybe they will. It's just the grip is loose.
We'll see.
We'll be back at it tomorrow.
Simple, affordable business technology solutions from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Listen to Bryce Clark, co-owner of Capital Lock, a local Madison business.
James Imaging Systems, they helped find the solution that worked for us, both the software and hardware solution paired together that makes things incredibly more efficient.
More efficiency. Does that mean you and your staff are saving time?
I would say between 20 to 40 hours a week.
That must make a real operational difference at Capital Lock.
Obviously, the more time we have to dedicate to other jobs or other things, it makes life so much easier.
Bryce, what's your advice to other local businesses?
First of all, you got to find the right partner.
Like James Imaging Systems?
Oh, absolutely. Very proactive, solutions-based, and obviously really friendly and great people to work with.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. That's jamesimaging.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Sports Center updates on 100.5 ESPN are brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Welcome into another edition of Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Weekly here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm executive producer and co-host of the show, Tony Cartagena, but I'm joined every episode by the one, the only, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and you can find our show across all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever it is that you get your podcasts, wherever it is that you consume media, at Thanalysis Show is there for you. All right, just catching up on a couple things. So we recently have posted a couple different episodes to our YouTube page. We have the best of Giannis, which has been a ton of fun to get time with him over the last couple of years. That's available. We talked to Rose Namajunas, who is a UFC champion. Her episode is live and crushing it. She was an amazing guest. Tristan Jazz, one of the biggest YouTube and content creators in the basketball space, sat down with us at the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios. So lots of those episodes are available. But tonight we're going to look